Now Teresa, Lawless and Tom Hanson, friends for a long time. How did it come about?
Tom came back from Boston to see his aunt, which was his mother's sister, and he came to Westport in 1960, so he was looking for a place to stay, and we were playing, some of our kids in the street were playing on the Octagon, so he came to me and asked me, was there a hotel? And I said, Tom, there's one there. It was the Central Hotel at the time.
So tell us about your mother.
Yeah.
Tell him about your mother, that your mother went to America. Why?
Oh yeah, well she went to America that morning because her mother woke her up and she said that Mary, her older sister, wouldn't go. So she had to take her place because they couldn't waste a ticket to go to America. It would cost $35, I think.
What?
So somebody had to use the ticket.
What year was that?
I think it was around maybe 1904,
And what age was your mother then?
about 14 or 15.
And her sister was supposed to go, but she got afraid. She didn't want
Sister
to.
was three years older.
And were there any more in the family?
How many more in the family, Tom?
In my mother's family, 6,
6.
8 altogether.
And did you meet many of them?
Two.
2, yeah.
No, three of them. Well, 4 counting Mary. Mary, William, James, and Thomas.
And they were from Bohay,
They were all from Bohay, yeah.
but they all left.
Huh?
Everybody left.
Yeah, most of them went to, Mary and her brother William lived with an aunt in Bohay because the mother and father were too poor to support all of them.
Okay, right. That was common in Ireland long ago.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
So your mother, what did your mother do when she went to America?
Waitress.
A waitress.
She was a waitress most of her time.
And did she like the job?
Yeah, she liked it, yeah. She used to show us how she could carry dishes all the way up her arm.
Okay, yeah. Did she make plenty of money?
She was a millionaire.
And who was your father then?
My father he was born in Boston.
And what nationality was he?
He was American.
Yep. And what country did his people come from originally? Do you know?
How far back?
Yeah.
I guess he was English and Swedish.
English and Swedish. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And what did your father work at?
He was a maintenance.
Maintenance.
Maintenance, yeah.
In Boston.
In Boston, yeah.
What part?
Right in the center of Boston.
And did you have many brothers and sisters?
No, we didn't have any, none.
Just you were on your own, yeah.
No. How many brothers and sisters did you have, Tom?
Oh, I had one of each.
One of each, yeah. Are they gone? Are they alive?
No, they're both gone.
They're both gone, yeah.
Yeah.
And did you go to school there?
Huh?
You went to school?
Oh, sure we did,
Yeah.
yeah.
And did you go to college after?
College?
Yeah.
Me, I went to college, yeah.
What did you do?
In college, study.
For what?
Well, I studied finance
Yeah.
and investments. That was my bachelor. Then I studied education. I got an MA in education and an MA in history.
And do you teach?
Yeah.
What did you teach?
I taught everything.
Everything.
In 55 years, I taught it all.
And what level? Was primary or secondary school?
Secondary,
Secondary.
middle school, yeah.
Middle school, yeah. And you taught for 45 years? 55
Yeah,
years?
55 years,
55 years. That's a lot of teaching.
That's a lot, quite a bit, yeah.
Did you ever figure out how many
Well, I did 59,000 lessons.
lessons? Okay. And what age were you when you retired?
91.
91.
91 years old. I was the oldest teacher, I guess, in New York City.
And what age are you now?
96.
96. And you're still travelling to Ireland?
Yeah, my what?
You still travel to
Oh, I
Ireland?
still come over, yeah.
Every year?
Every year.
Every year.
Well, this year, yeah.
Yeah. So when did you start coming?
1960.
1960. And you never missed a year?
Well, I missed 3 years.
3 years there.
My father died, and then one of my uncles out in North Dakota had to go out and bury him, and then There's one other, I forget
No.
what the other said, but yeah.
And when you come here, where do you come to in Ireland?
At Westport and Galway.
And Galway.
I like Galway.
You like Galway. Good. Everybody likes Galway.
Yeah, you do too.
Everybody likes Galway.
Yeah.
And
I like Salt Hill.
yeah. So you're coming here since 1960.
Salt Hill, yeah.
60. So you must be one of the longest visiting visitors, or
What's it?
you must be one of the longest visitors coming to Westport.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
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 Well, that's how many years? 60, 57, is it? 67 years, yeah. Long time.
What's that?
What do you like about Westport?
What year did I arrive in Westport?
No.
What do you like about Westport, Tom?
The activity. It's a very active town. You know, interesting. You meet a lot of visitors. I try. You know, I think it's very social.
And had your mother told you much about Westport?
Did she what?
Tell you much about Mayo and Ireland?
Oh yeah, oh sure, she did, yeah.
And what kind of stories would she tell you?
Mostly ghost stories.
Ghost stories. And what, can you remember any of them?
Well, Hansel and Gretel and Pinocchio, and the usual fairy tales.
And did you have any Irish ones?
Irish fairy tales?
Irish
Not
fairy.
that I know. She didn't say this is an Irish fairy tale. She didn't.
Well, did she tell you about leprechauns or?
No, I don't. Well, she mentioned them.
She mentioned them,
yeah.
Yeah.
And did she play an instrument, Tom?
Oh yeah, she played the
Concertina.
concertina. Yeah.
And did she have any Irish tunes?
Irish what?
Tunes.
Any tunes?
Not
Irish
that I know of. I
Not
didn't
that you
know
know
the Irish tunes in those days.
Did you ever climb Crowpatrick when you be back here?
Oh, I did Kilpatrick many times, yeah.
How many times about?
Over 40.
Over
I think
40.
Around
Yeah.
45, 40.
Do you like it?
I liked it up there, yeah. I
Yeah.
liked the climb, yeah.
What do you like about it?
Well, I like going up. I didn't
Yeah.
like coming down.
No. Are you religious?
I am Catholic.
Are you spiritual?
Huh?
Are you spiritual?
Am I what?
Are you spiritual? Very holy, Tom.
Not just regular. I don't throw any flowers at myself.
And would you go to Crowpatrick for the spiritual side of it?
For the religious
Yeah, yeah.
reason? Oh, sure. Yeah, that's why I climbed it.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Up.
And Loch Derg, how many times have you done Loch Derg?
40, I think 46 times.
you fought in the Second World War.
World War II.
World War II, yeah,
World
yeah.
War II, yeah.
And where were you fighting?
Well, I landed at Omaha Beach in Normandy, and then northern France, Central Europe, and the Ardennes. The Ardennes was the Battle of the Bulge, but there were many, many battles, you know. And many people think the Battle of the Bulge was the only battle we fought, but there was many, you know.
So you saw a lot of action, you did?
I guess I did, yeah.
You did, yeah.
As much as anyone else did.
You were on the front line, weren't you?
Always, yeah.
And were you ever injured?
No,
No.
never.
And were many of your buddies killed?
Many of my what?
Your buddies, your friends?
Oh, yeah, many of them. Many of them, yeah.
And did that upset you?
Did it affect me?
Yeah.
Upset you, Tom?
Well, no, I don't think so. No, I was.
Did it upset you? when they
No,
were
it didn't.
killed? No? Okay.
Not too much because we got used to it.
You got used to it.
Yeah, and we didn't know if they were killed. See, when you're in combat, you're not supposed to stop and help. There are medical people who do that, and you just go on and do what you're supposed to do. Firepower or whatever it is, you know.
And were there bombs dropping beside you?
Not that close,
Not that close, yeah.
but they were bombed. They dropped all over, yeah.
And were you being shot at?
I'm sure I was,
Yeah.
yeah. I was shooting at them also,
You were shooting, yeah.
but we're always hiding. You don't try to stand up and let yourself be seen.
Oh,
You know, you're hiding behind a tree, or you're hiding behind a wall, anything. You know.
Okay.
If they see you, then they throw a hand grenade at you, and that's the end. You know.
And you got awards, did you, for the war?
Oh yeah, I did.
What
yeah.
did you get?
Well, I got the combat. The highest one was a combat infantry medal.
From the U.S. Army. From the U.S. Army.
Yeah, from the U.S. Army. Yeah.
And did you get any other one?
That's well. We got the European Theatre of Operations, the Good Conduct Medal, and the Ending of War Medal. That was, I think.
Did you get a French one?
Huh?
Did you get one from France?
I did got the Europe. I'm trying to think of the.
The Legion, was the Legion of Honor, is it?
Yeah, the Europe. Well, honor.
The Legion of Honor. That's the French one, yeah.
Yeah, that was the French one. Yeah.
And when did you get
The
that?
Legion of Honor.
Yeah. When did you get it?
Oh, I got that in July 14th.
This
No,
year.
this
year, yeah. And where was it held?
They awarded it to me and another soldier in Cambridge, Massachusetts, at the consulate's building.
The French consulate, yeah.
French, and there was about 90 people there. They had a chorus from Massachusetts University, and 3 or 4 speakers going over my military record and talking, and he had the other man, most of us, yeah.
That was a great honour, wasn't it?
It's supposed to be the highest military honor that France awards.
Well, it was Napoleon started off that, you know that?
It was a very important.
Napoleon, yeah.
It was
So
important,
it was a great honour to get, wasn't it? Yeah. It was a great honour, yeah.
And that's what they tell me. It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it until they got in touch with me.
Yeah.
So they wrote to my address about 10 months ago, and then they found out that they've been looking for me and many other soldiers like me for 70 years, And then I guess they investigated my military record at the Pentagon, maybe, and I don't know exactly how but they investigated and they found that I was eligible for the award, and then I was called in June to come on the Bastille Day, the 14th of July. That was the day they celebrated the awards.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, well,
So now, you got a title.
Sir.
Sir.
I believe, Chevalier.
Chevalier.
Chevalier of the Republic of France.
That's the award you got for the war.
That's the award.
For the
from
war
France.
effort, yeah.
From France, yeah.
So we have to call you Sir anymore now, yeah?
Call me anything you want.
Yeah, we need to get one from England now as well, from the Queen. You need to get one from the Queen in England.
Yeah. Medal of the Medal of Honor. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Get away from them, yeah.
Not that I
Have you many Irish?
didn't know of any Irish club.
Had you many Irish friends over there
I guess most of our friends were Irish. Yeah.
in the neighbourhood when you were young?
Well, I left Boston when I was 20. When I was 20, when I went in the army,
Yeah.
and then I went to college in Boston. But then I left there when I was 29. I went teaching in Athol. No, 1934. I left there in I was 34 years old when I went teaching out of town in a town called Athol.
Okay.
And I went teaching for the United States government in Europe for a year, elementary and middle and high school. And then I come back after that year, and I went to New York City. I got a job in 1962 in New York City. I started there and stayed there all the rest of
A teaching job.
teaching, always teaching. Yeah.
Always teaching, yeah. And why did you stay for so long? Were you allowed to stay? You were? Teaching,
yeah. Yeah. Because I loved teaching. It was the best activity I ever took place in. I jumped up in the morning to go to work.
You loved your job?
I loved it, yeah.
Oh, that's great to hear that, yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
People used to tell me when I was 55, when I was 55 years old, they were always encouraging me to leave and retire. And I couldn't imagine having any more enjoyment out of life than teaching, so I stayed on.
So you waited another 40 years.
Yeah, about that.
Did you have a big party the day you left?
I left teaching.
Yeah, did you have a party?
No, I didn't tell them.
You didn't tell them. You were quite.
My sister died, and I didn't go back. 1991.
4 years ago now, yeah. 3 or 4 years ago, yeah. So how long are you here for this time?
I've been here for 6 weeks.
Mm.
I usually stay about 6 weeks in Ireland.
Are you coming back next year?
Oh, sure, I hope so.
I hope so, yeah. And when you come back here, did you say you went to Trinity, did you?
I was a volunteer in St. Vincent's Hospital in New York City.
In New York.
They closed. So.
And when was that?
About I think it was 4 or 5 years ago they closed. Yeah, 4 years ago.
But
you went to a university in Dublin, didn't you? Trinity.
Yeah.
So what did you study?
Trinity.
What did you study there, Tom?
Irish culture.
And how long was the course for?
Huh?
How long did the course last for?
In the summertime.
Yeah, it was
Just
summer, okay.
about a month.
Yeah.
Two summers I went there.
2 sessions, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Did you learn much?
I did,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they took us out there every day, and then nighttime we went to the theater, Abbey Theater. We went on buses. We went around different places, Bray and Dunleary, and
And do you go on holidays any place else?
No,
All Ireland?
no, I don't go anywhere else. Yeah. That's the only,
And have you relations back in Ireland now?
no,
None at all?
No.
There must be somebody alive, is there?
Not that I know of.
Not to know, yeah.
Not that,
So what year was your mother born in?
what?
Your mother, when was she born?
In Bohey.
No, when?
What year, Tom?
I think it was 1889.
1889, yeah. And she died young.
Well, 60.
She was 60,
when
yeah.
She was injured by falling on the ice.
Is that what happened to her, yeah?
She injured her liver.
Oh, okay, right,
And it became cancer and she died.
Yeah. So you donated some windows to the church, did you?
Yeah, 2 windows
In Westport?
in Westport, yeah. Around I think it was 1963 or 4.
Which ones are they?
Well, one is in the left-hand side of the church, St. Joliffe, and the other one is on the right-hand side, the crucifixion.
And who was the priest at the time?
Father Cummings.
Father Cummins, okay, yeah.
Did you know him?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And how did you get to do that? Who contacted you, or did?
Well, all the windows had no
Stained glass.
painting on them.
Oh, okay.
So I suppose I was asking questions, and well, that's about it. Yeah.
Do you know the priest here at the moment?
No, I don't know. He's a new priest.
Well, there's a couple of
I
new
talked
priests
to
there.
him once.
No, you did. He spoke to him there.
I
2
spoke
weeks
to him,
ago,
yeah.
About the windows as well. No?
Yes.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
couple of weeks ago.
Father Charlie.
And he
yeah?
met him up the town the same day, and he said hello to him.
Okay.
So he remembered.
To remember. Well, that was a nice thing to do, wasn't it?
Huh?
That was a nice thing to do.
You think so?
Oh,
the
lovely
windows,
time.
you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to ask you this, but how much did they cost? Can you
I
remember?
don't remember. No.
That's a diplomatic answer, is it?
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, Tom, that's your window.
Yeah.
When?
About 1962, maybe 63.
And who was the priest?
Father Cummings.
Cummings. And how did you happen to get it?
How did I get it?
Yeah.
Well, the windows, there were no pictures in any of the windows, so I suggested it. I talked to Father Cummings,
And that's St. Jarlath.
yeah.
So you donated this one too, yeah?
Is that right?
You donated this one.
Yes, I donated this window around
To-
1963.
The two at the same time, yeah? Did you do the two at the same time?
2 windows, yeah.
Two at the one time, yeah.
Both windows.
Do you know where they were made?
Dublin, I think.
Dublin, yeah.